Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Happy Bringling. Namaste, everyone, and welcome to this very special Saturday edition of Bringle Talks, Bringle Dreamwave for the Mission Zero. Every Saturday, we come together not just to talk about one theme, but to consolidate the version or the vision of Mission Zero: education, employment, entrepreneurship, environment, social impact, governance, health, accessibility, technology. A mission that is transforming Bharat into the startups and skills capital of the world, leveraging all the 17 sustainable development goals of United Nations. And today, I am honored to share this platform with someone who has been my co-founder, a change maker, and an educationist with over 27 years of experience, Dr. Vinaya. Welcome, Dr. Vinaya, to Bringle Talks.
Namaste, and thank you for this warm welcome here. Please, and happy to be here.
She has been a principal, consultant, teacher, trainer with Orange Black Swan, CBSE resource person, and has guided some of the India's top schools, including DPS and NPS. She co-founded Soulful Smiles with me here in Bangalore, which is our school and after school, where we are now launching the first 50 lakh social venture fund. This we will talk about more about in the coming days, but let me just talk about this fund allows anyone to invest as little as 50,000 rupees one time or 5,000 rupees per month for 12 months, receive their principal back within 3 to 5 years, and earn 10 to 20% of passive income annually, while supporting free quality education for 100 plus underprivileged children in Varthur, Bangalore. She is also the one who introduced me to Rotary. Today, I serve as Director International Services at Rotary Bangalore Jeevan Bhima Nagar, and she is the President-elect of the club. While Rotary has its own global mission, our Mission Zero movement beautifully aligns with its spirit of service and sustainability. And we'll talk more about this during our Friday's Rotary Legacy. She is also the writer, composer, singer of our English anthem, Awakening the Golden Bird, and organized angel investment meets across India, from Jaipur to Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad, Kolkata. Her philosophy is simple yet powerful: smile, dream, and achieve. So let's welcome Dr. Vinaya, the force behind education, impact, and inspiration. Vinaya, from teacher to principal to consultant to an entrepreneur, and I think multiple hats which you wear as a social impact person as well. Your journey has been one of the, it's been one of the deep purpose. What inspired you to dedicate your life to education, and what does education mean to you beyond classrooms?
Namaste, firstly, and thank you for bringing me and having me here on this wonderful morning with the Bringle talks ahead. As said, thanks for that warm introduction as well. Yes, my journey has been along in education industry. It's been not less than and still counting 27 years. To make it very short and purposeful out for the audience out here, I'll just say that I'm an educator and my joy lies only in working for children, for teachers, and schools, just making learning much more better, meaningful, adding value-based things with keeping our culture rooted and all the academics also in the focus. So that is what brings me or keeps me running on and on, wearing multiple hats, whether it's Rotary, whether it's helping the schools, teacher training programs, or also being as a part of something bigger picture like this. So the dream is, as said, it's very simple, that you keep your smiles on, keep dreaming about it, never stop that, and work towards achieving it to the best of it.
Thank you so much, Dr. Vinay. And I think it's a wonderful thing. And I've seen how you kind of help people to dream, make them smile, and of course, achieve their dreams as well, which is very well in sync with your philosophy of smile, dream, and achieve. And of course, we'll talk more about it, how it is connected to Bringle Dreamwave a lot, because we also talk about inspire people to dream big, help them achieve, and then pass it on to others out there. And that is where SKCKJ Baton comes into the picture. But the beautiful part which you've added up into this entire, mission is smile. Because while We miss, while trying to work out towards our dreams, we forget to smile. We take it as a job, we take it as a purpose, we take it as a responsibility, but we forget to smile. But if we do all of that with smile, the journey becomes beautiful. And thank you so much for sharing that expertise and that difference into the entire mission.
I'm honored.
And how did your double psychology background, child and cognitive psychology, influence your approach here? I mean, maybe in general, in life, in education, or in the mission. Uh, Apart from that, which moment in your journey has been the most fulfilling so far?
Yes, my learning helped me a lot. Doing the cognitive psychology helped me to connect with the parents much more. More than parents, it also helped me to connect with my children. And it's very much needed to be there for them. If I won't understand them, it's very difficult for me to take the journey ahead or to actually dream also something like this big and take it ahead. So I always felt that the learning which I continue, and I still continue to do that, it helps me to in a lot more ways to connect. And it's not that you just take up a degree and it has been just there. I believe that degree just continues when you keep learning and every day's experience. So learning psychology of child, learning psychology of mind and brain, it only helped me more to understand and bring that smiles onto the people. It helped me also to make sure that people to understand, to be empathetic towards what is happening exactly and why people around me aren't into their fullest smiles, when that can actually make a huge lot of difference in their productivity, may be in what they want to achieve or what they are willing and wishing to achieve it out. So studies and learning help me only to do that. So one thing which I would like to tell everyone around is never stop learning, and don't learn just because you want to. I understand that we learn because we want to have that certificate or a degree to be shown it to the world, but it's not that. It shouldn't be limited only up to there. I believe in every day there is a learning, and this learning should continue, and never stop learning or never stop reading is what I can tell them.
Wonderful. I think, education is not about degree. It's about upliftment of yourself and the society around you. And I think beautifully way you explained out there. And Dr. Binaya, together we launched Soulful Smiles in Bangalore. And it's a very beautiful center with a beautiful different concept altogether. And now we are taking it to the next level with a 50 lakh rupees of social venture fund, with a minimum small contribution of 50,000 rupees. Why is this model so important for you? And why combining impact with financial returns instead of traditional charity programs?
See, people want to do a lot. What I understood when I joined or when I was associated with Rotary, I didn't understand that there are a lot of people. In fact, in our day-to-day life also, we see everybody wants to be a part of helping, even if it is a small sector. I'll say the small amount or small thing or small way. Everybody wants to do that. But I also saw that there is a huge challenge between what you want to do and how much you are able to do. So when the thought of this Soulful Smiles and this social sector came into, and when you were constantly discussing about it, it was always a thought that yes, this can really bring in some change. And by asking the people that, okay, if you are going to invest, then you're also getting written. And while your investment is not just an investment, it's investment on the people whom you're going to make an impact and difference. So that impactful thing, like how much impact you're making, is what actually I learned and understood in Rotary. And impacting those lives of the people helped out to understand more better. When people want to impact, if they do not have, they have the wish to do, they have the willingness to do, but they're not able to because they're not empowered, or there are situations which do not allow them to do that. So for them to do this impact, if we are just thinking about giving them a platform where they can not only be a part of this impactful program, but at the same time, they can also earn back, or they can get the returns back, where they can create more impact. So it's kind of a rippling effect, which can continuously keep going on and on.
Uh, Perfect. And thank you so much, Vinay, out here. How will this model sustain itself and scale? What does providing the free education to 100 plus underprivileged kids in Varthur mean to you personally? And how do you think this model can be replicated in all the SKCKJ centers across India?
As simple as it. Say, for example, I have my five beautiful friends who want to invest or who want to do a change in the society. They come forward, but with a very small amount. Say, for example, they adopt one child in a year. Now, what happens is when we, in turn, when we keep working on for many more, the particular amount goes for the upliftment of that particular child. But at the same time, we also have a subsidiary, another center which runs in the same place, which earns, I'll say, a quality good of income for being, being able to be distributed among the people who have trusted us and who go ahead with that. So in that way, we not only impact the children, 50 plus children over here, but at the same time, we also build up a sustainable, a sustainable income for generating an income for not only giving it back to the people who have trusted and helped us, but also ably to run the remaining years for the number of children whom we are committed to.
Wonderful, Dr. Vinay. I think one more thing I want to understand. You've been talking about various health initiatives, environmental aspects like terrace farming and things like that, even the women empowerment and women employment. How do you think this center can become a center hold for all the initiatives there, and how it is going to transform the overall benefiting everyone, making it as a real win-win?
So when I say, as rightly said, I'm not against or for any political influences here, but very recently I heard that there was something launched as "Make a Woman Empowered" by Modi ji. So और एक एक घर से एक लड़की अगर पढ़ती है तो सारा परिवार पढ़ता है और इन टर्न मेरा पूरा गांव पढ़ता है एंड इट्स ट्रू इट्स वेरी ट्रू आई रियली क्लोजली बिलीव इट यू एम्पावर अ वुमेन so women empowerment is not about fighting for the rights or fighting for something called as feminism or something. I'm not talking about being feminist over here, but it is woman empowerment is something that you empower a woman to actually be happy for what she wants to do, not be happy what others want to do or want her to do. So it's all about empowering a woman. Is for me, empowering a woman is making her sustainable with the small amount of happiness which she earns for herself. So one of such thought was about a terrace farming, where we bring up some women, local women who are looking forward that they can spend at least half an hour of their day or 1 hour of their day in which they do kind of, who has a green plant, or we say green hand, they do work out with us for these, and then they earn the returns, they earn the do. So that's one of the way, and helping them to find out their their share of happiness, which they really deserve, and in turn they pass this on to many people. Similarly, giving them small entrepreneurship ideas about how their small skill, which they feel that it is only it's only been valued inside the four walls. No, it's been valued even outside the four walls. So bringing them out from that four walls and telling them that whatever you do is it's really applaudable, and along with your house, when you take care of your own happiness, you be very happy, and in turn the entire house and then the entire community is happy. So for me, bringing women together and helping them out, especially the one who really have that urge and to not only grow herself but to grow, make her family grow. So yes.
Wonderful. And I think we will want to talk more in detail when we go towards the women on purpose, because there are two angles of women out here. One angle is the people whom we are going to empower with their small entrepreneurship or employment opportunities. But what is also important is that how can someone at a leadership level, women can play a major role as a shepreneur. And that is where we'll talk about more on Thursdays on Women on Purpose. But right now, for the perspective of the audience, Vinay, you brought me into Rotary, and that opened a whole new world of service and leadership for me as well. And I think you've been into Rotary for quite many years now. As a president elect and currently secretary of Rotary Bangalore Jeevan Bhimanagar, and me being a director in international services, how do you see this aligning with the overall Mission Zero or Bringle Dream Wave? And what role has Rotary played in shaping your vision of service?
If I have to put it across plainly, I will say Rotary shaped my thought process of service. As I said, those four things of Rotary, that's giving impact on how many lives, and feeling that kick after. So just stealing it from the movie Kick, feeling that kick after you do some service is much, much greater. And that happiness is something which is to the next level which you can get. As simple as sitting with the children from an orphanage and helping them out to just dream a bit more. As simple as sitting with the local, or I'll say the day group workers of the schools, and finding out what is actually their problems and understanding that and helping them just to have at least that one day a smile. Playing them, having some, sharing some small tea or coffee with them. Now, all of this I saw in more in Rotary, and I feel that yes, if people come together and if all of them start thinking similar on a similar lines, that how we can really, really make impact, then that impact lies here is that you empower people with rightful things, and you empower them with something where they don't stop after doing one service. They just keep doing more and more because that brings them more happiness on that.
Wonderful. I think we will again want to talk this more on Friday's Rotary legacy in terms of what exactly, kind of gives you that passion and towards Rotary, and how does Rotary has changed the life? What is your plan for the next year when you become a president of Rotary, Bangalore Jeevan Bhima Nagar? And what is your current perspective and the ways you are working towards the Rotary alignment and the, towards entire mission of Rotary service above self? Uh, but how does your work in Rotary complement the Bringle Dream Wave or Mission Zero? And what excites you about expanding our impact from just Rotary initiatives to our new own Rotary Club, which we are planning to set up in Varthur with our center or with our social venture fund in Bangalore?
Mm, If I have to put it across that how would my Rotary work be aligned with this? Uh, it says that I've been into multiple roles in Rotary, Youth Service Director, before to that Vocational Service Director. It was blessed to have those experience because, and also it had its own ups and downs and gave me a lot of lesson. And it also made me understand that you have to make something or initiate some kind of impactful projects. And one among those projects is what I felt is Bringle Dream Wave, where inspiring platforms where which empowers not only the youth or guidance with leadership opportunities, and as well as the confidence, bringing the confidence in the people to pursue their dreams in their own better way. I closely, yes, want to be a part and would love that this initiative itself about the Varthur Center, because there is a lot of potential in this place. And I see that there are a lot of people who would be aligned to do some kind of service. And I feel that the mission of this service creating space can be a part of Varthur, where not only the children who deserve the rightful, the children who deserve education are not getting, we can really take this into a large, but also different youth. There are a lot of parents who have spoken to you as well, spoken to me as well, that how they can learn, they can grow, and they can also share whatever they have with everybody else. So I always feel that, yes, in this place, there is a lot where education and service both can be brought up together in a high scale. And academic strengthening with the value grounded, maybe that guided the belief which I always carry on.
Great, wonderful. And few more questions. uh, beyond education and leadership, you are also a creator. You're also a very creative person. You wrote, composed, and sang our anthem, Awakening the Golden Bird. Why did you take that step, and what motivated, what message were you trying to give through this anthem to everyone?
Making of Bringle Anthem, it was one of its kind of experience for me actually. And as said, I was more aligned with Bringle, with more of the dreaming and achieving part. Yes, and when I heard the Hindi version of this song, and when we went to Sri Lanka and we were where we played up that song, and I felt that not being able to connect to people because they didn't knew Hindi songs. So we will ideally, I believe you were also translating every paragraph to them. To some of them who connected to me, I was line by line explaining them what's the meaning of this. I had to pause the song while the song gave out a very beautiful tune on the background. And I always said that was a time when I felt that yes, if it has to be reached out to people, what's the language that commonly globally people accept? And yes, English was something which you also proposed, and I felt that it aligned with those thoughts. So it's like kind of uh, solving up the major hitch on how it can be reached out to majority of them. And there started the dream wave. And to be very very frank, the paragraph of this poem, when I was writing, my appa was there on the phone call. So sorry for that emotional this, but yes, I remember the first paragraph when I was writing and he was there. So I completed it, and then he was the first person to listen to that entire poem which I wrote, and it was very happy moment. And I said, okay, it's go. I did a lot of trying and did a lot of additions, cancellation before sending it to you, before sending it to the team, or I'll say there was a group where we were a part of it, where you had added me up, where the people were editing up the song, some of the statements and some lines. I remember Amit ji, when he cancelled that, I was like, okay, Anshul ji, ye nikalna hai kya? Yaar, ye sentence bahut acha hai. And then became the race of how to put in the tune. And yes, of course, I always wanted it something more poppy than the Hindi song. And as you said that you wanted it something on the lines of uh, it's unstoppable, Sia. And rightly at that time when I was writing a song, one of my school teacher had given me a a table weight which had written unstoppable Vinaya. So I was like, okay, something is there in the
Lovely.
universe which is calling up and pulling out me to this. So we completed the song writing and a lot of to and fro back, and then came the challenge of putting the music to it, putting a tune to it. And yes, it was wonderful journey. And while I was even singing this song, to be very frank, I missed Appa a lot at that time too. Yes, yes, the song is only on our hearts to remember that it connects, the words connect to actually what the dream wave is all about. And everybody has their lows and up. That's what was there in that song as well. That each one of us have their own downtime and uptime, but just what keeps makes you going on. That's your that is something which is called as Bringle Dream Wave. And the beautiful recording of this song, and then the final. So many times I would have sang this song. I remember.
I remember too.
And that journey was very, very beautiful because yes, singing up that song made my one of my dream come true. And yes, I just wish that people listen to that song and hope they understand what is their dream wave and they just walk ahead with that Bringle dream wave.
Thank you so much. And I think we formally launched this song last year, and of course, relaunched the song this year as well on Ganesh Chaturthi. And this song has brought, the discussion on this song has not just brought tears to your eyes, but to my eyes as well. And a lot of things which has kind of just got a flashback of what we had been doing in the last 2 or 3 years now. Uh, See, the most important aspect, which I, of course, one of the thing which I was, it's kind of a little new to me. Maybe I was aware in some aspect, is that you actually, shared this song with your appa, and and the way he would have given the blessings to you, and I think those blessings are still there with you. And I know why, you cried because you lost your appa last year, and that kind of gave a big void in your life and in your heart from that. So may God bless the soul, Om Shanti, and give him all the best life, coming lives ahead, and eventually take his soul to the moksha. So that's all what we would like to give the best blessing, because I remember how close you were. And that awakening the golden bird is all about individual aspects. In fact, during this journey of last 2 years specifically, since the time you were the chief guest in our first world record of non-stop 50.5 hours, being having a reach in 158 countries, uh, I think the way you have kind of supported us during that event and being a part of the Word Book of Records holder as well, uh, that is where since then we moved to South Asian countries. We visited, we launched this mission of Sone ki Chidiya ko Jagao to Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Maldives, Sri Lanka, and even we visited Sri Lanka and met their president and prime minister and other ministers and industry leaders. You know, Apart from that, this has been taken up to Dubai, US, with different concepts and thoughts around that, and being awarded as an educationist and an industry leader. uh, what I would want to understand from you is that, because you are the one who have been helping us for conducting this angel investor meet for the billion-dollar dream. And we will talk more about that in the coming weeks, especially on NRI Legacy on Wednesday and Men of Legacy on Sunday, which will be tomorrow. And the whole idea here is, how do you personally connect to the phrase awakening the golden bird? Your mantra is smile, dream, achieve. What does it mean to you today? And what message would you like to give to every Indian and NRI listening right now of this song or this conversation? Why should they dare to dream big today and not tomorrow?
Um, One thing I understood with a lot of ups and downs up, and first, thanks for asking that, Moksha, for Appa. Um, Outright there to everybody, I would just want to say that awakening the golden bird is not just a calling of a glory, as I always mentioned. And as I have actually put my heart and soul in that song also, it says the same thing, that whatever is there in the life, it's all today. We sit back and we do a lot of planning for tomorrow, that we're going to do it like this, we're going to do like that, and this is going to be my future. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I'm not saying people not to be future ready. I'm not saying people that you shouldn't be precautionary. I'm not saying people to stop worrying about the future. I'm only just telling people do everything, but live it today also. Very importantly, that because you are not thinking about, I do not know if my next minute I'm there or not. So I am forgetting to live today. And especially, and that's what all about is, awakening the golden bird is not just a recalling the glory back then what we had, the glory back of every person which we leave when in the verge of growing big. So from a childhood to an elder adulthood, or from there to an elderly person, that is the glory which I relate to and I connected. So for me, the awakening the golden bird is more about the glory that we had in a childhood form, where we say that from 1 to 5, the child is considered to be the God. So every God carries that glory. Carry that glory. We are envisioning a new future over here, future for yourself. And for me, it's like everything is meaningful if it connects to the smile and if it connects to the dream, and get that strength and that compassion in every dream which you get. And as that song says, that give wings to all the dreams which you have. So through this Bringle Dream Wave song, particularly, I feel that it's all about bringing back your courage, bringing back your service, and bringing back you standing there in front of it to get and grab any opportunity which is there. And the message which I would want to give is, together, all of us can only weave the threads, and these threads which are woven together can only awaken the golden bird within yourself. And it's very, very important to have this awakening. If not now, it may not be ever. May we continue to walk together with all the trust we have, with all the compassion, with all the courage which we have, with all the ups and downs which we all have in our life, turning out every small, simple beginning into a bigger, soulful smiles. Because the only thing which I feel is you can only awaken when you smile, dream, and achieve. So, jagao, jagao, jagao. अपने अंदर की सोने की चिड़िया को जगाओ.
Wonderful, Dr. Vinay. I think this was the kind of last question, but still, if you want to give one more message to the audience out here who's listening, what would that be? Maybe one word, two words, three words, or maybe a sentence?
I'll only say that the world around you will become beautiful because you are beautiful. So it's not just being beautiful by physical, it's beautiful by insight. So the world will become more brighter and be deeply beautiful because of you.
Great, wonderful. And Vinaya, thank you for not just being a co-founder and a founder of Soulful Smiles, but a guiding light in education, impact, and global vision. Together, through Mission Zero and Soulful Smiles, we are proving that wealth and purpose can go hand in hand together. To everyone watching out there, this is your chance to step in. Join the 50 lakh rupees of Series 1 of Social Venture Fund. Invest with purpose. It's just a small 50,000 rupees. It's not just an investment where you will get your return back, your capital return back, but you will earn passive income till perpetuity. But you will also transform so many lives out there, because it is not just about your transforming your own financial future, but the future of the children who deserve a chance. And to every family in Bharat watching this, if your son, daughter, brother, sister, whoever is there with you, or they are an Indian or an NRI, please share this video with them. Sit together and watch it. Ask them, why not be a part of Bharat's $1 billion dream? Because families are not complete when wealth and legacy stays abroad. They are complete when they come back home. Brothers and sisters, this is your movement. 1 lakh Indian and NRIs, 10,000 crores, 100 unicorns, 1 billion lives transformed. We lost the first wave. We cannot afford to lose the second. Don't let history repeat. Be the one who funds India's future and not just watches it. Excuses kills dreams. Action build legacies. 100x your growth in just 10 minutes a day. Dare to dream big or die wondering what could have been your $1 billion dream. Let's awaken the golden bird hidden inside each of you before it's too late. Click the Bringle Dreamwave link in the description and comments. Let's talk one-on-one in a non-obligatory call either side. Ask me anything. Let's explore how you can be part of this movement. Know yourself, rise and shine, and transform yourself into a leader. And please subscribe to Bringle Talks YouTube channel. Watch 10 minutes daily at 4 p.m. IST or later at 2x speed and accelerate your journey towards financial freedom and purpose 100x faster. Because this future is not about watching Bharat grow. It's about owning Bharat's growth. And the time to act, my friends, is not tomorrow. It is now. Keep bringing, keep growing. Jagao, jagao. Har ghar sone ki chidiya ko jagao.
Namaste.
Let's awaken the golden bird hidden inside each of you. See you tomorrow with Dr. Vinaya again on Men of Legacy. Do sign up on Bringle Talks YouTube channel and let's listen to her views about men of legacy being a woman. Don't miss out. See you there.
See you then.